Ramachandran, very happy to see you. Let's get this interview started.
Marksmen Daily presents C-Suite Conversations.
Hello, my name is Ashok Ramachandran, President and CEO, Schindler India and South Asia.
Mr. Ashok Ramachandran, we've seen your journey so far, and I've seen a big transition of who you were and who you are now. Why don't you tell us about your journey so far?
I like to describe myself as with a famous quote, which is my own quote. Leadership with love is a quote that I feel defines me as a person. I've been working in my current role for the last 15 years with vertical transportation, elevators and stuff. Prior to that, I graduated from my master's in Australia and with a bachelor's degree. I'm an avid traveler and reader and really love to mentor and groom students. So in a nutshell, a servant leader is how I like to describe myself.
Great. And tell me about the challenges you've been having so far as a CEO, because all of us know you have a lot on your plate. There are fight over your time slots. How do you balance that, and what is the biggest challenge you have been facing so far?
I like to call them as opportunities more than challenges. Everybody's life is filled with that, and mine is no different. The bigger challenges, like everybody else, is there is two-pronged. One is an internal challenges we face, and one is an external challenge. External challenge, like most people, is the inflation issues, the impact of the war on oil prices, commodity prices, semiconductor shortages, supply chain shortages has been very challenging for us as well. Internal challenges, I would say, is how do we constantly keep motivating people to achieve the goals and objectives of the organization?
I completely understand, and also with the kind of stress you've been going through, of what I understand, you've embraced fitness in a very big way. Tell us about your journey so far and how it has impacted your life.
I think when we talk about fitness, there is again mental fitness and physical fitness. With mental fitness, thankfully, I'm a very easygoing person. I don't really keep things in my head for too long. I momentarily worry about it, but I move on very, very quickly, which is, I'm guessing I'm very gifted with that kind of behavior I have. Physical fitness was the biggest transformation I had to really work on, because it had to challenge my innate interest in food. I'm a huge foodie and I travel for food. Whenever I go for any site visits, field visits, or private travel, of course, I'm always looking for the best restaurants and the food. And I was worried about having some issues in health later on. So I embraced doing the right thing, which is not just about working out, but eating right and making it a way of life. And that helped me to lose 15 kilos, start to build muscles and become more confident on myself, wear the clothes I can represent and all that. So I'm very glad that I embraced it. But I think it goes without saying that if you have a physical fitness without mental fitness, it's a very bad combination. You need to be mentally happy and fit as well.
Suppose you wake up one morning and you wish for a superpower. What would that be and why?
The one superpower I would like to have is to remove poverty. I genuinely feel that it's something that moves me a lot when I see people in trouble. I wish I get that superpower one day from God, where I could make people at least not struggle for basic needs of life, food, shelter, clothing, and the Maslow's hierarchy not be at the bottom of the table, but be more at the middle or at the top of the table. Then we can have a more happier world, I would say.
That's coming from an emotional point of view, I see.
Yes.
All right. So, we've been going through a lot of your posts about obscene success mantra on LinkedIn. We've heard you talking. What is it all about?
For many people who don't know my journey, I came from a low middle class family, went to the best of the schools, wasn't academically very strong, but somehow through world awareness, I started figuring out that as much as academic intelligence is important, being street smart is even more important. And I picked up a lot of soft skills to make myself more confident. And I realized that whatever you're doing, if you can do it in a way that even you are amazed about yourself, then you will be successful. So chase obscene success is nothing but, can you do things differently every day that even your own actions inspires awe at yourself and others around you. And simple example can be, if you're sending an email to someone, can you make it stand out? amongst hundreds of cold emails people may be getting. I still remember as a young kid, whenever people used to come home, my parents had taught us to serve coffee or tea to them. And whenever we used to serve the coffee or tea, my sister and me, we used to keep along with that in the cup or in the plate, a small little quote of the day. So somebody used to bring, they take the coffee, they'll get the quote of the day. And it used to make them feel like, wow, this is a special kid, this kid thinks different. So for me, that is Chase Obscene success. And if we can apply that in everything you do, imagine right from sending emails to project presentations, to ideas, to driving execution of actions, you could be a star.
You're saying personalize it and keep it warm and have
Correct.
that personal connect.
Correct.
I've taken a lot from you, especially the courage that you told me before the interview started, saying that it is very important to put your point forward, which most of us haven't been able to do. But yes, it is a great learning, and you've given me this as a motivation today. Thank you so much for being a part of Beyond the Boardroom, and we look forward to meeting you again.
Thank you, Sakshi, for this, and to the team as well for supporting in doing a very quirky little different interview. And I think I've not done something like this before, so I'm really thankful to you for that.
Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you.